happy November because it's finally November. And I want it to be December now because October just took so long to get over with. Hey guys, what's up? How's your week been? First of all, before we start this video, which has actually taken a long time for me to make this video, I want to show you something. Meet Snowball. This is my camera girl. She actually holds my camera when I video, so anyways though, I don't know why, but I just thought, I should give this little stuffed animal some credit because I actually take her out of my room wherever I video that's in the house, and I sit her down and I actually put my camera in front of her so that it will sit up straight. And so yeah, I just decided, this little toy needs some credit because she actually holds my camera. Anyways though guys, I will give you to Snowball. And this video is about 17 things I learned at 17. Obviously you can tell with the title. But I have been so I wanted to do this 17 things I learned at 17 even though I turned 18 because when I'm 18, I just turned 18, so I haven't learned anything at 18. That was my original thought about it, because I was going to make this in September when I actually turned 18, but it's been a while since then because so many things happened, so I just never got around to it. Anyways though guys, so now I'm at 17 things I learned at 17. So, let's get started. I have a book. I wrote everything down when I was 17 on my, I think either on my birthday or the day after my birthday. Then I wrote everything down of every 17 things that I learned at 17. So let's get into the video. Number 1, everything happens for a reason, even if you don't know what the reason is, which is really frustrating. Number 2, friends come and go, which is really sad. And that's why you don't hold on to people because they are going to go. Even family members do. It's not just friends. Number 3, blood doesn't mean family. And what I mean by that is that there are some family members, like I said before, family members don't always stay. Sometimes they do go. And that's why blood doesn't mean family. Sometimes you have a friend that you've been friends with for a really long time and they act more like family than they do a friend. So they might not be blood related, but they are still family. Number 4, never say never. Because, oh my goodness. For instance, not to bring this up, but my boyfriend said that my ex-boyfriend said he will never leave me. But what do you know? He broke up with me. So really, never say never because you don't know the future. So, sorry. Number 5, life is not a race. And what I mean by this is that people always try to make everything a competition. I mean, it's good sometimes, but sometimes it's just like not. And everybody's trying to race everybody. I did this first. Especially on YouTube, guys. Have you ever read those comments where everybody's all like first when they are the first person to comment, but then you see like 10 comments that all say first? That's what I mean. Everybody's like, they're all racing to be the first person to do this, and that's just relax, slow down. Life is not a race, people. Number 6, nobody is perfect, not even your spouse. So what I mean by this is that you just know that nobody's perfect. They can't do things perfectly. People are gonna mess up. You just have to learn to forgive them. Number 7, trust is easily broken and hard to get back. And what I mean by this is, well, it just says exactly what I mean. But, you can easily break trust with somebody, but then, even if they do forgive you, that doesn't mean that they're going to trust you again. Like, if you say something to them and you don't do it, like, for instance, I do not trust guys to, follow what they say, because so many times some male has said something to me and not done what they said. So no, I don't trust any guy to ever do what they say. They say what they say, and then I'm like, oh yeah, sure, okay. And I don't believe that they are gonna do it until they actually do it, because that shows me that they're actually gonna do it. Otherwise, no, I don't trust them. And I don't know if I'll ever trust guys. I might trust a certain guy if that certain person has done exactly what they said they would do all the time. So yeah, I might trust that one person, but I'm not going to trust the whole male community, because the whole male community has proven to me that they are not trustworthy on ever doing anything that they ever say. So, sorry. Number 8, be careful who you trust. That's what I mean. With number 7, it has a lot to do together. You can trust somebody and then tell somebody. By the way, I'm in a rocking chair. That's why I'm going back and forth. I'm sorry. Anyways, though, you can trust somebody, but then they end up not being trustworthy later, and then that breaks your trust, and then you're not going to trust them anymore. So those two, number 7 and number 8, go hand in hand. Probably learn those at the same time. Number 9, sisters are the best of friends. And when I was in middle school, I was looking for like that movie Best Friend, where they have their best friends, they do everything together, and when they haven't seen each other for a long time, then they see each other, then they can just jump right back, and it's like they haven't done anything. I mean, it's like that they haven't even been gone for that long. Like, if they didn't see each other for a year, then they see each other, it's all like, oh, I just saw you yesterday type thing. I was looking for a best friend like that. But then I realized last year that my sister Ariel is my best friend ever, and that's exactly what I was looking for, and she's been there the entire time. That's why, sisters are the best friends ever. If you're a girl. If you're a boy, I don't know. Sorry. Can't help you there. Number 10. Your sister could be your best friend. My brother told me that I was his favorite sister, so. Anyways. Number 10. Don't be afraid to have fun. You only live once. And what I mean by this is, oh my goodness, my entire life I've been playing it very goody two shoes. I did everything right. I was perfect. Perfect, but not really perfect. Because like I said in number 6, nobody is perfect. But I was like the image of what perfect would be, or whatever. But I didn't have fun, because I simply just did my thing. And I didn't take any chances or anything like that. I just stayed in the shadows. I was shy. I didn't do anything. But last year when I went to camp, and it was my last year at camp, I was like, it's my last year. If I embarrass myself, who cares? Because I'm not going to see any of these people ever again. Well, most of them. I still talk to some of them. So I was like, I just went out and I did my thing, and I talked to anybody I wanted to, and I did anything I wanted to, as long as it went with the camp rules and it didn't break any rules or whatever, so I could still, be a good person but also have fun. And it was awesome. So then that's when I learned, don't be afraid to just do something. If you embarrass yourself, it doesn't matter. That's just, you embarrass yourself in the moment, but then later on in life, it's just a funny story that you can tell your grandkids. Anyways, so number 11. Pleasing everyone is impossible. So don't even try it, people. That is just, you just can't. You cannot please every single person. So just choose the person you want to please and do them. And then you can change next time. Because for one, everybody has a different opinion on what everything else wants, and if you do something for someone and then somebody else is going to be upset because you did that for them instead of doing what they wanted, and so then somebody else is upset with you, and you just, how about you just please yourself? That is so much easier. Just please yourself, because that's the only person you can please, and they will actually be happy with you. Number 12, everyone's opinion matters. And everyone's opinion doesn't matter. It's like a contradiction, but it's like you need to listen to people, because everybody has an opinion, and that everyone's opinion matters, and at least matters to them. It matters to somebody. So just sitting there and listening, and like kind of understanding what their opinion is instead of trying to argue about everything, that is a good thing. But also, nobody's opinion matters. And what I mean by that is because people always try to have opinions about other people's lives, but their opinion about your life does not matter at all. They can have an opinion about the president, or what to eat that day, or anything from 1 to 10. That matters to them. But if it has to do with your life and they're trying to tell you what you can or cannot do, then their opinion doesn't matter. Like saying simply that you can't go to bed at 7 o'clock, that doesn't, they can't tell you you can't do that. Or telling you who you can date or not date, that doesn't matter. Their opinion does not matter. It only matters if it makes you happy. And if it follows the law. Number 13, age is just a number. And I say this because there's so many people out there that are so ageist. Like, oh, you can't hang out with me because you're 18 and I'm like 24. Like, that's like 5 years older than me, 6 years older than me. Excuse me. It's like, you can be 93 and still hang out with somebody who is 13 and actually have fun. But okay, so when it comes to the dating thing, age, it's kind of more different. Because nobody wants a 43-year-old dating a 13-year-old. That's disgusting. And that's when age actually does come in. But other than that, hanging out with somebody or anything like that, then no, age doesn't matter. That's just a number. Number 14. Love hurts, love stays. Love goes through good and bad. And what I mean by that is that you can love somebody and it can hurt because they disappointed you in some way, or they're physically hurting you, which is probably a bad thing, so you should probably get out of there. But, also love stays. So if you love somebody, you can't just not love somebody. You will always love that person. Deep down somewhere, even if they broke up with you, you will always love them. And love goes through good and bad. Is like, when you get married, you say that you're going to be with them through sickness and health. It's, that's what love is. Even if they're sick, if they have cancer, you're not going to leave them. If they go blind, you're not going to leave them. Because you love them. And I don't know how else to explain that, but, that's just what I learned, man. Number 15. Don't listen to rumors, go to the source. So then that's when I learned, don't listen to rumors, you should go to the source, because if you are the person people are talking about, you are going to want to know. I mean, you're going to want people to come to you and actually ask you what your side of the story is, instead of listening to only one side, because there's always two sides of the... No, actually, there's always three sides to a story. The two people that are about you, the other person, and the truth. Those are the three sides of the stories. And you and the other person could be saying, you guys have your own sides of the story, and both of you have a little bit of truth inside your side, but it's not the whole truth. That's why there's three sides. Number 16. be patient. Everything comes in its own time. For one, okay, this one is a little bit weird. I mean, it's like, I know it, I just don't practice this. Because I know you should be patient and everything comes in its own time, but I am one of those people that are instant. I want microwave, instant, everything. Because I am not a patient person. I don't want to be patient. I don't want to wait for things. I want it when I want it. But you know, I still know that you're not going to get it even if you want it. You just have to be patient because it's not going to come to you until it comes. And number 7 is my favorite one. Movies and TV shows are the best life lesson materials, because in movies and TV shows, sometimes things don't always sometimes things are not always like realistic on what things will happen, but usually they are, especially the ones that are dramatic stuff or whatever. If it's like a adventure movie or something like that, they probably aren't really, that probably won't actually happen, but it could. But if it's like a drama thing or something like that, something that's like more like a life thing, like something that's like about teenagers and stuff like that, or you know, about college and stuff like that or whatever, and then it's like that could actually happen. I don't really know how to explain it. I just know that movies and TV shows are the best life learning materials, because they can do things like, usually inside movies and TV shows, the characters make really bad decisions, and then you can learn, you can see they did that, this happened to them, and they chose to do that, and then this happened, and it destroyed their life. So if this ever happens to me, don't do that, because this will happen and it will be terrible. Also, romantic movies are not really one of the things that I would consider life learning lessons, because those things are really unrealistic. Anyways, though, that is my 17 things I learned at 17. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!